following Original Six matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for Game 4 of this time frame, and not Game 3. Let's do make that adjustment. There we go. This is Game 4 of the time frame between the 76-77 Habs and the 86-87 Boston Bruins. As you guys can tell, this time frame matchup is very much, probably set in stone. But for the Habs, this could be the chance to yet add another time frame victory. But for the 86-87 Bruins, they got to win this game in order to make it a time frame matchup once again. So with that being said, Doug Keynes will be in net for the Bruins. Ken Dryden is in net for the Habs. Game 4 is about set to get underway with 29 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. Let's get right into Game 4. Will the clock operator please start the clock? We're going to begin with a quality check between players 4 and 3. That's Lapointe and Linseman. The quality we're looking for is hit. Neither player between Lapointe and Linseman has hit, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check between players 3 and 4. That is Mahovlich and Michael Thelvin. We're looking for speed. Oh, Michael Thelvin will win that one, as he does have speed. So he's going to be moving in on Ken Dryden, hopefully to make a 4 or 5 with a dot to make the stop. He does so. And this game is really getting interesting right from the get-go. We got a visitor scoring chance of a 25. Home goalie must make spec save. This could be Boston's chance to break that streak of ice-breaking goals by the Habs, as they have scored 3 ice-breaking goals. Ken Dryden needs to make a 1 or a 2 to save the streak. He can't, and the Bruins, for the first time in this time frame, will lead by a score of 1-0. Let's see who scored the goal. 7. Player with the best shot rating. That is going to go to either Rick Middleton or Keith Crowder. Oh, man. I do want to... Let's have the decider decide. Dot, it will be Crowder. And it will be Crowder. So Keith Crowder will score the goal. And 2 assists will be handed out on the play. So Ray Bourque and Rick Middleton will assist Keith Crowder on the ice-breaking goal, and that breaks a 3-game ice-breaking streak of scoring first by the Habs, as Boston leads it by a score of 1-0. Home scoring chance of a 34. Home player in 1, that's Yvonne Lambert. He creates a goal with a quality roll of skill or a triangle. He does have skill, but let's see if he does have the triangle. He doesn't, but it's well enough to get a goal opportunity, as he does have skill, as he moves in on Doug Keynes, hopefully to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop. He can't, and the game is tied up at 1 apiece, courtesy of Yvonne Lambert. Let's see how many assists. 2 assists. Jacques Lemaire will get 1 of the 2 assists, and we'll give the other one to Mario Tremblay. So Lambert from Jacques Lemaire, and Mario Tremblay will be your Bitty Bears goal-scoring stat line presented by your favorite Bitty Bear products. Penalty check between I almost said both. Yes, between players 2 and 4. That is Ho and Thelvin. Both guys have the same penalty rating. And the ref says to both of them, play on. But if you guys do anything silly, you guys are going to the sin bin. With that being said, let's move on to the next segment. We got a home scoring chance of a 54. Visitor defense player in 5. That's Pierre Bouchard. Oh, excuse me, not Bouchard. Sorry. Milbury. He stops a Montreal goal with a quality roll of star or a square. Although Milbury doesn't have a square, but he does have stars, so it will be enough to stop the Montreal goal opportunity to keep this game right where it's at, of 1-0, or excuse me, keep the game tied in courtesy to keep the game tied at 1 apiece as we head to the second period. Oh, and triple fours to kick off this second period. It's going to be a fight and a momentum shot. Unfortunate, though, we have only one team with contenders, so that's going to be a no-action segment, no fight, as the fans here say, boo, it's only a roughing matchup between these two teams, unlike a normal Habs and Bruins series with game would feature. And we move on to the next segment. Quality check between both players in 3. That is Casper and Jarvis. The quality we're looking for is star. Doug Jarvis is going to win that one against Steve Casper, as he does have star. So he's going to be moving in on Doug Keenes, hopefully to make a 2 or a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop. Oh, by the hair of his chinny chin, he keeps the game tied. Wow, what a save that was by Doug Keenes. We move on to the next segment. Home scoring chance of a 64. Home defense stop breakaway chance. Visitor goalie must make a spec save. Doug Keenes has to roll a lucky 1 in order to stop it. Unfortunately, he won't, and the Habs will extend to a 2-1 lead. Let's see who scored the goal. 6. Player with the best shot rating. That is Guy Lafleur. That will score the goal. And 2 assists will be handed out on the play. Mahovlich is 1. And Serge Savard will be the other assist taker on the Guy Lafleur 2-1 goal. And we will move on in the next portion of this segment. Visitor scoring chance of a 52. Home player in 2, that is Mario Tremblay. He stops a goal opportunity with a quality roll of smart or a square. Otherwise, it's a goal. Well, the game is tied because Mario Tremblay does not have smart and he does not have a square. So the game is tied up at 2. Let's see who scored the goal. 7. Player with the best shot rating. That is Cam Neely. Cam Neely scores the goal. 1 assist will be handed out on the play. How about it? Ray Bourque will assist Cam Neely on the game-tying goal for the Bruins. Oh, and triple sixes. That's going to be a injury to a visiting player, so that's going to do it for this segment. Let's see who's injured. Unfortunate. So 5. Oh my God, we just brought him in. Alan Peterson is going to be out of this game. Unfortunate, as the the Bruins will be down a guy, and we move on to the next segment. Quality check between players 1 and 3. That's Wilson and Gradine. We're looking for hits. Neither player has hit, and we will move on to the third period with the game all knotted up at 2 apiece here for game 4 of this time frame. Quality check to begin the third. We have again players 1 and 3. This time it's Steve Shutt against Ken Linseman. We're looking for speed. Both players have speed, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check again for players 1 and 3. This time it's Lambert against Casper. We are looking for the quality of power. It looks like Lambert's going to win that one, as he does have power, as he's going to be moving in on Doug Keynes, hopefully to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the save. And Keynes does so, keeping this game tied right where it's at with the score of 2-2. And we move on. Penalty check between anybody on the ice for the Bruins against Maury Wilson. Well, either way, we could either tie or go on the power play. It's a tie game and it's late. You really don't want to give Montreal that much of a chance. So we're going to tie. Oh, let's have the decider die. Let's have the decider die choose. Dot, we tie. Oh, and Montreal's going to go on the power play. So between Johnston and Milbury, it's going to end up being Dot. It'll be Johnston. And it will be Johnston. So Johnston's going to go to the box as Maury Wilson will move in on Doug Keynes. Hopefully he needs to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop. Unbelievable. He can't, and the Habs will score the go-ahead power play goal courtesy of Maury Wilson. And it will be 2 assists handed out on the play. Lapointe and Jacques Lemaire will assist Maury Wilson on the power play goal, on the go-ahead power play goal, as the Habs lead it 3-2 here in this one. Penalty check again. This time it'll be between players 4 and 1, Savard and McCarthy. Both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5. And we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check. This time it'll be between players 2 and 4. That's Tremblay and Michael Thelvin. The quality we're looking for is hits. Mario Tremblay will win that quality check battle, as he does have hits. So he's going to be moving in on Doug Keynes, hopefully to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the save. If Tremblay scores, the game is over. Or excuse me, the game will continue. But we will not go to the empty net mini chart. If Doug Keynes saves it, we go to the empty net mini chart. He does save it. And folks, we go to the empty net mini chart for only the second time in this time frame. Great. The game is over. Stop the clock. Oh my, oh my. Woo. A back and forth battle. The Bruins scored first, but it wasn't meant to be, as the Habs extend to a 4-games-to-none series time frame series lead with 16 minutes and 54 seconds. We are flying through these games today. Oh my. So, like I said at the beginning of the project, we start out slow, but as soon as the project goes along, you'll start to see quicker games. You'll start to see more of a fast pace for these games here throughout this project as this 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens Gauntlet Challenge project moves along. But once again, stay tuned for the Game 4 game summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. It's Bitty Beer. And once again, the final score for Game 4, the Habs lead this time frame series by a 4-0 series lead by winning Game 4 by a final score of 3-2.